Hi, I'm Stan.
And I'm Rhonda, and we're Over the Hill Adventures.
And today we've got some simple tips on how to navigate Zion National Park. Welcome back to Over the Hill Adventures.
We recently visited Zion National Park, and we want to share our adventure with you so that it's helpful on your trip there. We do have a few things we'd like to share.
Some simple tips just to navigate Zion National Park. The last time we were at Zion National Park was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, our kids were very little. I think, gosh, I mean, our youngest was, I think, younger than 2 at the time.
And things have definitely changed. We stayed at
Zion River Resort.
So it was approximately 20-minute drive to the front gate of Zion.
They were fantastic. I mean, the people there were just so friendly, and they actually also have a shuttle that they will take you. So if you're staying at Zion River Resort, they have a shuttle that you sign up for. I want to say it was 6 a.m. we had to be there, but they'll take you up to Zion, to the entrance.
I think it was $7. I'm pretty sure it was $7.
I thought it was free.
No, it was $7.
Okay, I thought it was free.
I know it was $7.
Okay, we'll see who's right.
Trust me on this one.
But he's probably right. But what I do want to bring up is that we put our names down on the shuttle to go up one morning, and we decided, and we were going to hike Angel's Landing, and we decided that, you know what, by the time we're gone, we started doing the math and the hours we would be gone. We couldn't leave our dogs that long. So we went to cancel, right? We went to cancel and take our names off the list. And she goes, well, she said, just so you know, she goes, we do have someone that would dog sit for you. And we're like, and it was her daughter, and she works there in the for the park. And
delightful young lady.
Yeah.
And it was up to us and how we wanted to leave a key for our rig, you know. So we left a key, and she was able to go in, walk the dogs a few times a day, spend some time with them. It was fantastic, worry-free for us.
Totally. And if you are a dog owner, you understand you don't want to have that stress, you know, that you're leaving them too long.
Let's talk about our first day. So we decided, how are we going to get the lay of the land? How are we going to figure out the shuttle system? Where we're going to park? We just didn't know how we were going to get through the park. There was just a lot of stuff that we could not figure out unless we took that expedition of the lay of the land. We got to the gate about 8:45, turned into the visitor center, and the parking lot was packed.
Yeah, and we had a heads up, you know, if you watched our last video, we had a heads up from someone who just had come from Zion, and she said, it took us an hour to find parking, so they almost missed their shuttle. So, so parking was packed.
We were actually told if you were there before 9 by the people out at the campground, that if you were there before 9, you'll get parking. Well, so I thought we were okay, but when we got there, oh my gosh.
And that's what we want to share. If you keep watching, we're going to share a little tip at the end of the
So we have
video.
a special tip, a special secret. Now, things always change. However, we have a special little secret at the end of this video on where you can park that nobody knows about, or that people know about, but very few.
Yeah, and when we found it, we're kind of like, can we park here? Or it was almost like,
But we were parking there the next couple of times. So anyway, we parked there, unloaded our bikes.
So that's what we want to talk about, biking in Zion. So from this special place that we're going to share, we took the Paris Trail, and I think that's how it's pronounced.
So that Paris Trail was incredible.
So beautiful. And I'm going to check my notes here. It's a 3.5 mile, easy, paved. It goes over bridges. It goes over the river, and it's absolutely beautiful. We didn't really know what we were going to be doing up there, but we had the bikes. We were ready to ride.
We knew that you can ride your bike all the way up the canyon, and all the way to the end of the canyon, up to where the trailhead for the Narrows was about 8 miles, I think. I'm pretty sure about that, about 8 miles. But that day we rode our bike all the way up to the lodge, the Zion Lodge. And the Zion Lodge is very interesting because you can get a room there. You can drive up there. I'm sure you need some reservations. But we had such a wonderful time there because we were able to see the wild turkeys on the grass, and we had a little breakfast.
So take your bike if you have a bike. We went up. There's a section past, I think it's called the Canyon Junction. So if you go off to the right, it goes to that
Mount Carmel tunnel. Yeah.
And then if you go straight, there are no vehicles allowed past there, no private vehicles. So only shuttles go by, and it is beautiful, absolutely scenic, gorgeous.
Only private shuttles can go through.
And cars that are going up to the lodge that stay, they have a pass.
They have a pass, or they have a code to get up there.
But other than that,
and there are usually rangers there that will help you and guide you. But you guys, the bike thing, you know, it wasn't a hard bike ride. But this is where we discovered e-bike Mecca.
It's an e-bike Mecca.
It's an e-bike Mecca.
I think it's e-bike Mecca everywhere anymore.
I mean, I need to buy stock in e-bike. I'm telling you, because that is the way to travel now. So those of you who are RVing and have an e-bike, it is the way to discover Zion National Park, because they have bike racks. They have at every trailhead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you don't own one, then rent one. So in the town of Springdale, you can rent e-bikes. You can rent the whole get-up. I think you rent e-bikes. You can rent waders if you want to go do the Narrows and you're going to be going through the water. So we had people passing us that were on e-bikes, had waders on, and
it was hysterical.
Hiking stick in the back. And just another quick tip is bring a bike lock. Bring a bike lock. If you're renting them, I'm sure they have something that they supply you with as far as like
there's
walking
something,
your bike.
you know, it's a place for opportunity, as everything is, you know.
At the lodge, you can, like Stan said, there's a place to eat, there's a beautiful gift shop. So you're going to want to lock your bike up, and then you might want to do those things, but especially if you're going to be going on a trail, you definitely want to lock your bike. Okay, so now moving on to...
Is that all we had on the list? I thought you wanted to talk about... We do need to talk about etiquette about riding your bike up the canyon.
Oh!
You almost forgot.
I did almost forget.
So the rules...
Very huge etiquette.
The rules of the road when taking your bike or e-bike up the canyon, and this is super, super important because you don't want to get yelled at, is that once a shuttle approaches you, you need to stop. You need to stop on the side, put your foot down. The bus will not pass you until he sees your foot on the ground.
Another benefit to riding your bike up there or renting an e-bike is that you don't have to wait for the shuttle. You don't have to worry about getting on a shuttle. If you are hiking something, you are not going to have to rush back. You're going to get an opportunity to be up there when the crowds have left to go on the shuttle and then get back down to the visitor center. You're going to have an opportunity to be up there, chances are, by yourself.
Well, and as you guys well know, probably, that Zion National Park doesn't close. It's open 24 hours. So if early bird gets the worm, and we keep saying that, if you get up there early, and you've seen my little headlight, the park is yours, and no one's up there because everybody goes up there when the crowd is up there. So,
well, no one was in the gate when we went by. There's no one in the...
That's a good point. We needed to bring that up. You know, we went the day that we had our tickets for the shuttle. It was for 7 o'clock. We hit the gate at 6:45. No one was manning on the gate, and everybody was going through the gate. Free! Just to let you know.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to talk about the shuttle and what a disaster system that is. Rhonda's going to give you a new update today, all right?
Yes.
that is going to make a lot of people happy. Here it is.
Today is June 18th, 2021. So we thought we were we thought we were going to get on.
Special tip for you
Tell
today.
you guys, this is how to navigate those tickets. But oh, hallelujah, no more tickets required for the shuttle. It is a first come, first serve. They say, they call it pre-COVID capacities, because when we went, they had like every other seat was gone. You couldn't stand. So anyway, pre-COVID capacities. You still wear a mask, but no shuttle ticket required. So they did say that they run from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's mountain time. You have three options. You get to the park, you take the internal shuttle, the Zion shuttle. You can take a private shuttle up there. They have, there's several. I mean, you can look them up, but I think they're pretty costly. So I want to say it ranges like $30 a person, but we saw some pretty cool like Jeep things going into the park, and that was pretty fun.
Save your money.
Yeah, but also the Springdale is the town right outside the Zion entrance, and you can take a shuttle. So they have 9 locations. Well, did I say the free shuttle? The parking might not be free.
Yeah, the parking,
the parking's
because
probably not free.
You have certain levels that you park throughout the city, and the further you are down the mountain, the cheaper it is. But don't forget our secret parking lot.
Okay, it's coming. But so if you do the Springdale shuttle, which is a pretty cool, look like a lot of people were doing, but it's going to take you from the town of Springdale to the bike pedestrian entrance of the park. So then you still have to walk in. So there's that option as well.
All right, next we want to talk about a little bit about Angel's Landing. And we're going to do a full video on Angel's Landing at a later date.
It deserves a full video. That thing is amazing and terrifying. And
Definitely.
all at the same time.
Bucket list. Bucket list. Definitely bucket list.
And a one and done in my book.
Especially for, come on. Especially for, we haven't done it in the winter. Can you imagine doing it in the snow?
Never.
But this is definitely an over-the-hill bucket list.
Yeah.
But however.
So a couple quick tips. So if you are going to go up there, one tip is.
Don't go if you're afraid of heights.
Yeah, I have this
and
picture.
We've got this little video, and this poor person had no business being up there. Do we know if she even made it? We don't.
Have no idea.
We know that she didn't fall off.
We know that part, yeah.
We know that she didn't fall off. But at times it looked like she was going to fall off.
She was like Spider-Man, though. You're like stuck to the rock. I mean, we're not making fun because it is very scary. So that just leads to the other point. Well, is that what you said? Don't go if you're afraid of heights.
If you're afraid of heights, don't go.
Don't go.
Because it is going to be so crowded up there. And there are going to be times, the rules is you're supposed to put 2 hands on your chain, on the chain. And there are times where you're going to have to let go of that chain, because that person that's ahead of you or coming down is not going to want to let go of that chain.
It is a 5.4 mile round trip trail. From the grotto. Okay, so 2 trailheads. You can get there from 2 trailheads. So there's the grotto. You can get there, and it's 5.4 miles. And that has bathrooms, bike racks. Or you can get to there from the lodge. And that's kind of our funny story, although I'm kind of sidetracking here. But real quick, our funny story, that we took the shuttle up there. We had our ticket, we're on. We could hear the people talking about they're going to do Angel's Landing. And it gets to the lodge.
And we think we know where we're going.
And we get up, but nobody else is getting off the shuttle. We're like, why is no one else getting off when we know? We've heard they're going.
It worked for us because we needed to go to the bathroom, so nobody was in the bathroom except us.
So the lodge, you could also get to the Angel's Landing trail. So it just adds an extra mile to your...
from the lodge. From the lodge to the grotto trailhead is where you've got to go. Now, it was an extra mile, but wasn't it? We were all by ourselves.
And 2 turkeys.
The most hysterical thing that you would ever watch
We're not calling ourselves turkeys.
Two turkeys, because we were the turkeys, but there were some real big turkeys running down the road. And it was hysterical.
It was hysterical.
They're just looking out the side of their head. I don't trust anybody that look out the side of their head. But the turkeys were running down the roads, and they were huge. And I know exactly where they were going. They were going to the lodge because the green grass was there, and that's where they were going to go eat.
Yeah. So we added an extra mile to our walk, but it was beautiful. So we weren't complaining.
And then we saw the deer, and we wouldn't have been able to see all that.
Right. There were extra little things to see. Be patient and kind.
You are going.
Huge.
Remember this. You are going up 1,500 feet in 2.25 miles, I guess is what it is.
Yeah.
And you are gaining some altitude. So be patient, be kind.
It's especially at the chain sections, because you've got people coming down. And you guys want to come through?
There's going to be about 11. How many? 11? There's going to be 11 coming down.
Yeah, this is a good spot. We're feeling good here, so yeah, I'm gonna call it. Are we close? We are close.
11 coming down.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm looking straight up there, but
that little ledge is like the top. Yeah. Okay, there's like a walkway, but it's not steep after that.
Use worth it.
Well, good job, you guys. You can cross that off the list. Right?
Yeah. One and done.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Really talking about that.
Now we can buy the coffee mug that says we did it.
Unfortunately, the coffee mug's gone.
Good job. More of us that come down if you were there up top, so.
Yeah. I think that's what made it a lot of fun. Actually, we had like a group of people behind us, and people were talking and chatting, and then we'd be yelling up to the people, okay, how many in your group, you know, and then we got 11, so
11 was the number.
Seemed like the number.
But anyway, they were
then
coming
you wait
down.
for them to come down, and then you go, and it's just, you're communicating, you're talking, people are laughing. I had to pass this one guy. Remember, we had to pass that guy. Literally, he was not gonna let go of the chain, so I had to go one side, reach around him on the other side, and then he goes, there's some snacks back in my backpack.
He says, help yourself with the Doritos.
So it's just fun. We had
It's
a good
close
time.
and personal in some areas.
Well said.
But we appreciate those people that just stay put in a place where so other people could pass.
Yeah, making sure everybody's kind of safe. You guys in a good stopping place?
Because there is no rangers there to guide. You're on your own. And I'll tell you this. This is an incredible place that it surprises me that it's even open. Because some of the stuff that we went up was absolutely incredible. Even after the chain, and you're at the top, just walking on the top of the rock, and then now you're at the top of Angel's Landing, and the view, you're in the highest point of the park.
Yeah.
But there's.
I think the elevation's 5790 is what I read.
It's crazy, crazy high.
Yeah, you got to take into consideration that altitude, but yeah. So, moving on.
Let's talk about the secret parking lot.
The secret parking lot that no one knows about but us.
You're all going to say, yeah, right, Stan, you were parking illegally. Now, let me tell you something. We tried to do a little bit of homework, and I really believe that the good Lord just led us to this parking lot because I was getting frustrated because of all the people. So let me finish our story. Went to the visitor parking lot. We were going round and round and round and round. No parking.
8:30 in the morning.
8:30 in the morning. So if you're not an early riser and you're late, you might as well wait till the afternoon crowd leaves the mountain, because you're not going to get any parking in that visitor center. But we just happened to go down the road a little further, and we saw this sign that said South Campground. And then we saw this other sign that says overflow parking. I go, what is that? We turned down, and you're going to see this in the video, so pay close attention. We made a right turn and a quick left and another little right at the east end of the south parking lot, and there was this beautiful parking lot with nobody in it. And we were the only ones there. This is just for Over the Hill gang right here, okay? Make sure you don't tell anybody. Okay, because if you
Only
tell
your closest friends and family.
yeah, because if you tell anybody, guys, it's just gonna get packed up.
So the beauty of the location of this, right, was that you could take a trail that goes right down to that Paris Trail, which we took our bikes on, we were telling you about in the beginning. You can go right, you can go back down to the visitor center. It's just phenomenal. And that Paris Trail, it was so beautiful with the bridges and
the rivers
water.
and all that, and it
gorgeous.
just shows the beauty of Zion. And then you take that trail all the way up to the road where you actually ride your bike on the road and go all the way up. But you guys, we did that parking lot. We found it by accident the first time, and we said, this just cannot be real. And so in our last trip up to the canyon, we parked there again, talked to a ranger, had no problems.
Nope.
By the time we got back, the secret was out, though, because
Yeah, it was packed. It was full.
it was pretty packed, but there was still room to park.
Yeah.
And this would have been
11-ish.
11, 12 or
Yeah.
something like that. There were still parking places to park.
Remember, we literally forgot where we parked in the visitor parking spot.
Remember where you park.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It took us 5 minutes, but still,
It's not like Disneyland where it says you parked in like Dumbo seat or something. Anyway.
I felt like a Dumbo.
So that's what we got for you guys.
All right, you guys.
You're going to have a blast.
Really hope this helps. If you like what you heard today, give us a thumbs up.
Yes, please.
And hit that subscribe button, all right? And ring that bell, punch that bell so that the next time that we have a video out, you'll be notified.
Yeah, it's our hope that we can encourage and inspire people over the hill, under the hill, anyone to get active, find your new adventure, and enjoy life.
Yep.
All right. Well, God bless, and thanks for watching.
Give them the closer.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Remember when the silence grew